Okay, welcome. Kira is the first one here today. Welcome, Kira. How are you? Never saw the film, but familiar to being paid homage to in so many genres. Yes, indeed. Bin Dong kept your word. Bin Dong is here. Oh, doing okay as well. Put together a bookshelf today and a new TV stand the other day. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, The Fugitive I saw for the second time. We watched it. I don't remember what it was. I wasn't feeling well the last few days. I think it was over the weekend. But I did see it one other time before that, both with The Kind Assassin, and I made it my personality. True, what's going on? So I did put up the post that I'm giving away the digital code, and I posted it everywhere, and I've only gotten 4 people to sign up. Um, so whoever is on the live, I will manually sign up. So we have Kira, we have True, and we have the Dong. So whoever shows up will get added. Kira says from The Simpsons to Jay and Silent Bob, they've all reimagined it. Yep. I know whatchamacallit did it. I think Family Guy probably did it for sure. And I have a surprise for everyone on my soundboard tonight, but I want to wait to see who, for everyone to show up. So, yeah. I have the spin wheel working, so I'll keep adding names as people show up. It's there. It's ready to go. But how is everybody else's week going? I think you can kind of hear I'm getting over my allergies. My sinuses have been crazy, like really bad. But I'm doing better. Doing better. Bindong is on the East Coast, so it's 10 p.m. his time, and there's probably a 75% chance that he is still at work. Because Bin is crazy. True says it's too hot. Yeah, it has been really hot. I felt I didn't feel like I had a cold or anything. I felt like my sinuses were kicking my ass, but one of the days like my body did hurt, but I was putting together something and I was not doing it in a good position. Kira says the temperatures have to drop soon. Yeah, I feel bad for everyone who's inland because I like the heat. I like it when it's in the 90s. And at the marina, typically it's not. And it has been in the mid 80s here early in the morning, which is unusual, which means in Anaheim and LA, it's probably 95. And I just read it's like 116 in Arizona. Ben says usually he would be at work, but oh, you guys might remember Bin, my friend Bin Dong. He used to come on a while ago before he did work until like 10 p.m. every night. But he has a really cool tech channel and he has been off it for a while. Um, but it would be, if you want to check it out, you should check his channel out. He's the one who taught me how to use a camera. When I bought my very first real camera, he had a tutorial up for everything for that camera. And then I like found him on Twitter back when people used to really use the real Twitter. And then I found him on Instagram and we actually became friends. And like 2 years ago, we went to D23 together. True says, yeah, Latias definitely, as much as I want him on this, he needs to be asleep. Like, he must be exhausted every day. And you know he's probably really tired because when he has a lot of energy, he typically posts a lot of pictures. But all that to say, Bindong is cool, his page is cool, and well, hopefully, because he did buy a new camera, hopefully he does an unboxing video, either regular or live, but either way, I want to be a part of it. I want to watch him, even if it's just live for me. So we could work on that, bin, and then post that on your page, because I want to see that new camera. Because I don't think I'm going to be in the biz for a new camera for a while, because I don't got the money for it. And I just got my ZVE1, so I don't think I'm getting anything until I make a lot of money. Because like if I had a lot of money and I was like, oh, you could buy a camera, I would buy a new camera just to take pictures, and then I would buy a cinema line. Kira says, who's Helmet Thunders? He's someone who joined. He's not on the live. Movie fans Steven, Wendell, Helmet Thunders, and Roger F1401. They signed up for the giveaway in the link that I posted on Twitter, YouTube. So I made a post that I was doing a giveaway. And if you click the link, you just put your email address and like a nickname and you enter. So as of now, only 4 people have legitimately entered the giveaway. And that's kind of how it's going to be when I start giving away like real stuff, like the Deadpool head. It's going to be a link that goes to my giveaway page on my website. And then I just pick a name randomly. So, yeah, I don't know who Helmet Thunders is. Kira says, Lathias has sunk into the deep sleep only the vampire can access. He put True in charge to keep you and Shira in check. I know that for sure. I know that. Just checking my soundboard. Oh, I literally just thought of this right now, Bin. For my soundboard, the next time you like send me a voice memo of your catchphrase, I should add it to my soundboard. That would be funny. That would be very funny. But yeah, to go back to it, I just was feeling sluggish. I've been tired, busy at work, so I haven't even really had time to watch TV shows. Like the past 2 weeks, I was late with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so pretty much now it's not a Friday show, it's a Monday or Tuesday show because I was late. So I'm just gonna push that one now to the beginning of the week, and then try to get to my Cowboy Bebops once a week, and I still have to finish Arcane and what's the other one? Broad City, and then I think I might want to watch live the next one. I think it might be Last Action Hero. I think. Kira says, and we should have Boom dropping to say hello in about 5. Yep. About 5 minutes is the Boom hour. Kira finished The Good Place again. I've only watched a couple episodes. True says play it. I want to wait as soon as when Boomhauer gets on, at least I'll wait to play it. The Kind Assassin and I did watch the first episode of the new King of the Hill. That was pretty funny. And then, what was the other show we watched? Jesus, we watched a new show, a couple episodes, and I can't even remember. Holy moly. Terrible. The Kind Assassin, if you're watching. What was the show that we watched like 3 episodes of? Hopefully, Shira can join tonight, because she would appreciate the soundbite. And hopefully, I actually haven't heard it on here. When I extracted the audio, I played it on my computer, and I said, okay, it works, but I have not heard it coming from my Rodecaster yet, so we'll see what happens. Oh my god, what is the freaking show we watched? Oh, Fresh Off the Boat. We watched the first 3 episodes. Hilarious. Oh my god, it's so funny. Ben, have you watched Fresh Off the Boat? Kira says, Shira and I were wondering when the Coral Island update is arriving, and it surprised us with August 14th. Multiplayer, here we come. I gotta look that up again. I remember like a year ago you guys had me. So Coral Island. What? Oh, a farm. Oh, they're gonna be multiplayer for a farming simulation game? So someone's gonna be able to come on your farm and help you? Ben said, fresh off the boat is amazing. Holy cow, man. The cast is perfect. And the kids are so good. Kira says, fresh off the boat was wonderful. True says, my best friends love fresh off the boat. Ben says, it's like PTSD for him growing up Asian. Yeah, I don't know if you know, Ben, I don't know if you know my friend William, who sometimes is on the lives, William Wang, also Asian. Same way. He would always be like, an A is an F. He would need an A plus or something like that. Kira says, Stardew does that too. You can play with your friends. That's neat. It's kind of like, well, not, I don't know, I've never played it, but it was fun when people from other islands would come to your island in, what the hell's it called? Animal Crossing? Me and Ben, oh, speaking of Animal Crossing, peak COVID, when it first came out, I remember, and I don't know if you're familiar, it was very, very difficult to get a king's crown, but there was a hack. And by the time I signed up, like they patched it. But Ben had, how many crowns did you have, Ben? Like 1,000 of them. And Ben gave me my first Animal Crossing crown. I still have that crown somewhere on my island. Kira says, Forrest Wheeler is going to be a heartbreaker when he grows up. He played Emery. I have to. Forrest Wheeler. Oh, that little kid. The funny thing about this is he's obviously grown up. He's freaking 21 now. But in the show, like the main kid is the oldest, obviously, because the two younger kids are in the younger grade. But Forrest Wheeler is the same age as the main character. And he plays like his younger brother. Kira says, plus, never gave Randall Park enough credit, but he's definitely hunka man. Randall Park is good. And it's crazy because whenever I watch new shows, I always look up to see like who was in it. Obviously, that show, I already know who the two old, the parents are. So I didn't really have to look them up for anything. But they both in the show look around the same age. And I think Candace Wu was like 31. And Randall Park, I think, was 41. Like, and he still looks like really young. Kira says Ian Chen was actually one of the kids in Shazam. Interesting. Let me go back to, and if I had time and this was my full-time job doing this, I would react to Fresh Off the Boat. So there was, I said Candace Wu. It's Constance Wu. I said the wrong name. Randall Park, Forrest Wheeler, Hudson Yang was the older one. Eddie Huang is the real person. So Ian Chen is who you said? So Ian Chen, that little kid, is actually only 18 years old. Okay, so he played the younger version of one of the Shazams. That's cool. I like that. I like that. Let's just check this. No one else is signed up. Okay. But yeah, but obviously I can't add it because there are shows that I already want to watch that I just don't have time to watch. Bin Dong is a hacker. Hack me into enough subs that I don't have to work anymore. I'll make it worth your while. So it is 7:14. We right now are in the thick of the Boomhauer Hour. Last week, I think he was about 5 minutes or 7 minutes late for his time. But yeah, we all know when he's not in by 7:15, it means it was probably a really busy day at work and he's probably just getting out. Oh, I did buy a new toy. Not like something cool, I guess. I will show you. Shira's here. So, as everyone knows who was watching me live stream video games last week, I was having a lot of trouble and it kept freezing. And like, even on my live stream when I was drinking, it kept freezing and stuff. So, I found out a workaround for my capture card. I don't know why I never had to do before. I had to keep one software open, but not use it, like the official Elgato software. And then I played video games again, and everything was fine. And I was like, okay, that works. But I kind of felt like I deserved to treat myself. And so, since I had a capture card that was no longer supported by Elgato, it was one of the old ones. It was the HD 60S Plus. I said, let me buy the new one. It's supported. It'll probably have a firmware update. So I looked and they had it. It was X amount of dollars. But then I noticed that their even better capture card, a 4K one, was the same price. So that's what I did. I splurged and I got myself a new capture card. So now, theoretically, and I tested it, if I live stream video games with this one, I do not need the hack workaround because it already did get a firmware update, so it should be fine. Again, not something that I needed, but I wanted to treat myself. So now I have two, so I could use them both. One I could use with the workaround, and this one I could use fine. Like, I don't need a 4K capture card because I'm not ever going to be streaming in 4K, but it was the same price. All right, where am I? Yes, Letheus told True to keep an eye on you, Shira. He is sleeping. When are any of us ever good? Looks like it's ladies' night. I ain't mad. Yeah, Bin's probably. I just told him to hop on to say hi earlier today. I didn't think he was going to because, as I said, he's usually at work or he's sleeping because I think he's in Virginia. Kira says she heard a story in the news about FOTB's lead getting verbally pestered by a racist piece of shit at his apartment. What's FOTB? Or I'm assuming it's a band, but I don't know. Oh, Fresh Off the Boat. Sorry. I forgot we were talking about that. I thought it was going to be a band. That sucks. Ben says it's 2025. I can. Shira says, so no sausage fest tonight? Well, we have a dong, a bin dong. And we have a Steve. But, oh my God. So, yeah. Also, what many of you may not know is during COVID, Ben and I created our own channel, a tech channel where we would just talk about technology together, not like a tutorial channel, but when people get, busy with real work, it kind of went to the side. But we have been spitballing ideas to bring it back every once in a while. Ben, I feel like the idea we could do for that, since we are both busy and you're a lot busier than I am, is it could be like a once a month podcast thing to start, where just once a month we meet up and we talk about something. And maybe as we get more time, we do it once a week. But it was fun talking about shit like that. Although I don't buy as much tech as I used to. And obviously, you sold a lot of yours and just bought a new camera. But like I said, if did your own unboxing and your own like tutorials on your page, but then you wanted to do like, let's talk about it for us, like that would be cool. Shira says, welcome to the party, Bin Dong. What brought you to the channel? Oh, Shira, Bin is my friend. So he's been here like a couple of times, like a year or two ago. But long story short, during COVID, when I bought a camera, I found him on YouTube. He had tutorials for everything on that camera. I learned how to use it. I started getting confused. So he had such a unique name. I was like, if I search for Bindong on Twitter, like I'm going to find him. So I searched it, found him. I asked him questions on Twitter. And then at some point, I don't think he used it anymore. So then I went to Instagram and found him there and asked him more questions. And just one day he was like, dude, just text me. Well, I'll answer your questions. So I started texting him about cameras and then we just became friends. So basically, I was a stalker. Um, Ben says, Steve found me long, long time ago. Yes. Kira said, what about William? William is my friend. William is not Ben's friend. They've never met. William, I worked with. Shira says, wonderful to have you here, Ben. Yeah, Ben is fun. When we went to D23, not the last one, the one before it, together. Oddly enough, we both bought 3-day passes. And Ben, was your flight delayed, or did you just forget what time you were landing and you wasted your first day? I had to go by myself. I remember you got in late that day, so you weren't even able to go the first day, but it was fun. And then we went to Disneyland. Actually, the Kind Assassin and Ben, we all went to Disneyland. He stayed with me when I was in Anaheim, and that was fun. And I've been trying to get him back here because he loves California and he had a lot of fun, but can't quite get him. Ben says, "Fuking the 405." Yeah, the 405 got him. That sucked. Even though day one wasn't crazy, but I think day one is when I met those two Disney guys, which was cool. Because I don't know if you know them, but I follow both of them. Disney Dan, I follow him on my personal YouTube, and then off-brand, offhand Disney, I follow, and I've met them both because we were both together, and like you can't miss them. Sheer says, "Were you guys talking about Shazam? Did you see that the Unbreakable Boy with Zachary Levi?" No, I don't. I don't remember the last thing I've watched with him in it. It might have been the first Shazam. Like he was in that whatever in the purple crayon. Like what the hell? That I always thought that because I remember that when I was a kid, but I remember it was a little boy who had a purple crayon. Like why is there a movie with an adult with a purple crayon? That was crazy. Crazy. All right, let's see. Nobody signed up for this thing. Oh, I got to put Bin Dong on the list because he's here. So Bin, you're going on the list. Oh, you're already on the list. I have to put Shira on the list. Who did I miss? Shira's here, Bin's here, Kira's here, True's here. So everyone has a chance. Oh, where is it actually? Here it is. So this might actually be like the last one I gave away where the code might be expired. Let me see. It doesn't say. A lot of times it'll say when it expires. This one actually doesn't, so it should be good. And it's a Movies Anywhere code, so that's legit, and it's a new service, so it should be good. But Shearer says, "Wait, what? What is this Fugitive you speak of?" It's the giveaway. It kind of makes me sad. I'm not mad at you. I'm just sad that it might not be getting out. Because yesterday I made a post on YouTube saying I'm giving away a code with a link to sign up. And 4 people have, but no one that I know. Bin Dong, finally level 1. Ben says he's not. If you win and you're not on, I'll just text you. So you're level 1, you get applause. Boom, Howard's here. Boom is here. I could finally play the sound. So Ben is here. Stay for a second. Boom is here. True is here. Shearer is here. Kira is here. All right. Hopefully you could hear it. Let me pull it up. I had trouble doing this last week live. Then I just reset my mixer and it works. So let's see. Hopefully you could all hear it. We have a new sound in three, two, one. Tell me if you heard that. I hope so. Shira says, just say you're giving away a code to access the Whopper system from War Games. War Games is a one I have to hear. Boom, heard it. So it's good. Everyone heard it. Good. I'm glad. It was actually, I thought it was going to be a lot easier to go to YouTube and just find a random when he just says giggity, like just once. And it's actually almost impossible. Like that was the easiest one that I found that I could crop. So Shira says it's good. But yeah, like I said, this is the second movie now that the kind assassin is introduced to me that I kind of made my whole personality. The first one was Robin Hood, the animated one. Oh man. As much as I want to do, and I know I haven't done, I don't think I did one in July, and I haven't done one in August, but my monthly movie, I always want to do a new one. I kind of really want to watch Robin Hood again and Men in Tights again, but got to keep it fresh. Anyways, oh, so boom, I was telling everyone when you were watching me play and it was freezing, I figured out how to fix it. I think you and Chris might have been on when I did fix it, but I bought a new capture card, which doesn't need the workaround. I should put Chris, oh, I got to put Boom on it. Even though Boom always gives things away if he wins. And I'll put Chris B on it. Like, I know if he could be on, he would be on. Oh, and Lethias, too. I'll put Lethias on. Boom says, nice. Easier is always better. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to treat myself with something. Not that I need to buy stuff. I don't, but, sometimes you just want to do something nice for yourself. And that was that. So, at about, I don't know, 7:45, 7:50-ish, I'll spin the wheel. And we'll see who wins. Ha. Do, 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 do. Oh, only 4 signups. Boom says he has a copy of that already. I think I still have a VHS of it. That would be dope. Yeah, when we watched it, whatever day it was, I don't remember, maybe Saturday. As soon as the movie ended, I went to Amazon and bought it. I was like, I gotta have it. Because now I'm like really interested when I watch movies to watch them in like the highest quality. I love DVDs. Rather than, streaming it is fine, but so I got that. There's a couple of other ones I want to buy. I definitely want to own Last Action Hero. That I do. We Total Recall was on last night. We were watching that a little bit. That was one that I wanted to buy, but can't just be buying 4Ks willy-nilly. Because I think the next one I have to buy is Thunderbolts, whenever that comes out, because I collect the MCU ones. And then I'll have to buy Fantastic Four, and I'll probably buy the Superman one. I guarantee you that giveaway, that would be a big one. If I bought 2 copies, gave away 1 digital code, and then gave away 1 physical copy of Superman, that one would probably get a lot of entrants for sure. Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Anyways, how was the restaurant, Boom? Oh, man. Damn, I don't have any Screen Sanctum merch on today. Totally forgot. Kira says, have you seen the movie Cocoon? I don't think I have. I'm telling you, there are a shitload of movies I haven't seen. I don't even. Oh, another one I haven't seen, Jaws. I don't think I've ever seen Jaws. So that's another one I wouldn't. I could either react to it. Maybe I'll react to Jaws. But the thing is, when I do reaction videos, I want to watch more diverse movies. Boom says, it'll be interesting to watch the new Running Man and the Long Walk at the same time. The new Running Man looks crazy in the trailer. Boom says, we got slammed late. Sucked a bag of butts. That will get giggity. Spoilers for Jaws, he's a shark. Another spoiler for Jaws is, don't you not see the shark till like an hour into the movie? Boom says Cocoon was a good movie. I mean, I've definitely heard of it, but yeah, I've never seen it. A lot of those older movies, I feel like I've seen them, and the kind assassin always mentions stuff like DirecTV, where she's seen a lot of movies. She's seen more movies than I have, and she always says because she'd be just watching, she'd have DirecTV on and just watch a movie. And those movies for me, I didn't have DirecTV, but I feel like I would just catch them and I wouldn't watch the movie at one time. I would just catch it in pieces, and over the course of like however long, I would have seen the whole movie. Boom says, God, that Indianapolis speech in Jaws was so good. Yeah, I got to. Maybe I could do a marathon one day. I think the kind assassin might have to travel soon, so maybe a weekend or something. If I do have like the time here and it's just me, and I could just do, I don't know, react to one or just go live and just watch a bunch of movies for the first time, I could do that. She's going somewhere for work. Think. I think she's going to Mexico, which is cool. So that's nice. And then I was not in the warehouse today. I did all of my just like remote work and stuffs. So tomorrow, I think it's going to be a busy day, which isn't bad. It's just my warehouse hours for today will go to tomorrow. Boom said, muy bueno. Let's see, anybody else sign up? No, no one. Oh, boy. So, Kira, Shira, True, what is new with you guys? How was your weekends? Did you do anything fun? Go out? True says, show us your shirt. Oh, this is. Oh, let me move the microphone for a sec. This is a where I work. It's a Good Day Young shirt. That's pretty much the whole thing. And then it has stuff on the sleeves. So, one night only is a product. It's like a hair makeup. If you don't want to dye your hair and bleach it and stuff, I don't know how to explain it. It comes in like a round thing you screw off and you just put it in your hair. So if you want to go out and you want, like, if you have long hair and you want a streak of red, you can put it in and then you wash it out. Kira says, hopefully by the time she comes back, our cities won't be full of troops. Oh my God, I hope not. Ben says, I just realized you have like 6,000 subs. Congrats. You're in the top 5% of channels that ever get created. You'll hit 10,000 soon. But anyway, I'm out. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, 6,000 is when I gave away the PlayStation, so I'm glad that's over. But yes, hopefully I do get to 10,000. That would be dope. So have a good night. I will text you as always tomorrow. And we could talk about Tech Guys Chronicles. Shrew said, cool shirt. It is a cool shirt. Oh, yeah. Ben's a cool dude. He's funny. He had COVID hair. Because I remember when I watched his videos for the first time, he had nice, short, cut hair. And then by the time COVID hit and by the time he got to California, his hair was down to his shoulders. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah. So what's everyone doing tonight? Studying, eating, drinking, relaxing? Shira says, ciao, Ben. Have a good week. Oh, boy. Shira says, cooling down. Yeah, it's crazy how it feels like it's hot everywhere. And I said it earlier, I read today it was like 116 in Arizona. I'm sure it's probably 90s and humid as hell in New York. Kira says, even the pool water feels warm. Horrible. Oh, Kira has a pool she's inviting everyone to. We're going to Kira's pool. Oh, man. What am I missing? I really needed to write down these movies that I want to watch. Boom says, that's a bad sign, Kira. It is. It's either because it's hot out or someone peed. Kira says, it's the complexes. So sometimes, oh man, I know about that. We have a pretty nice pool area here. The pool is pretty big, and though it's oddly always cold. And then we have a jacuzzi, and that's the thing. Having a jacuzzi that everyone has access to, yeah, sometimes it gets murky and disgusting. And then sometimes people who are here with Airbnbs, they put like their babies in it, or you'll see like 6 year olds in the pool and then in the jacuzzi. I'm like, I don't care when kids have fun. Like, I don't, if kids are, I want kids to be outside having fun, but I feel like a jacuzzi is for adults. Like, if there are kids in there just because their parents don't care, and I, an adult, wants to use a jacuzzi, and there's like, am I gonna go in a jacuzzi that has children in it? Like, no, like keep your kids out of the jacuzzi. Kira said, too many pervy college dudes need to carry pepper spray. Oh, damn. Shira says, ick. When they're desperate, it's worse. Oh, but when it's empty, it is nice. When it's empty and clean, it's really nice. But yeah, that's the main reason I think we don't do it a lot is because we don't know who the hell goes in there. Because it's, I feel like if you have a public jacuzzi and you have staff that clean, because the people who clean the building, I see like the same woman every day. She cleans every day, right? I feel like the jacuzzi, you should never witness it being yellow. Like it should never get, there should be like every 3 days or something it's cleaned because it's horrible. Kira says, have you been enjoying Brooklyn Nine-Nine so far, Steve? Oh, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm glad I started it. The episode I watched today, um, I posted today on YouTube. It was Amy's first day as a sergeant, and then the one I watched today was Jake met his stepsister. Oh my god, it's so funny. I love that show. And I love when they have guests on because I don't know the woman's name who played his sister, but I recognize her from SNL and from the Aladdin live action. It's so good. The one today was when Gina was a matchmaker for Rosa, but Gina's so smart that she already knows that no matter who she sets Rosa up with, Rosa's just gonna not want to because Gina picked her out. So when she's at the bar to meet the girl, Gina sends a fake person to sit next to Rosa to pretend to be the blind date, but it's actually the bartender who Gina has, like, because she knows Rosa's not going to like this girl, but the bartender has more in common. And I was like, oh, Rosa's definitely going to talk to the bartender. But at that point, I didn't know that was Gina's plan. But then when she said it, I was like, that's totally something Gina would do. Boom says, yeah, it's a no go for me on the public jacuzzi. Yeah, like this one, I don't want to say public. Here's the thing, my jacuzzi or ours is a private jacuzzi. It's supposed to be for people who live here in the complex. So, one, you're not supposed to be able to get into the pool area without a passcode, right? But since they allow people, they say you're only allowed to Airbnb monthly. You're not supposed to be able to do weekly Airbnbs, but they don't ever check. I see new people here every day. We have a cool barbecue in the pool area. The people who live here, like, we never use it, I would say. Then we have cool barbecue pits, like, in between buildings. Those ones people who live here typically use. But they'll just be college kids, like 100 of them in there on like a holiday weekend. And I know for a fact they don't live here. But no one really seems to care, and it's not like it bothers me. Like, I'm not losing something because I'm not going to be using it, and I feel like no one's ever complained. I don't think anyone kind of cares. But if something gets broken or like the jacuzzi ends up looking like someone shit in it, like, that's suspect. You know? Do do do. Let me go back here. Oh damn. Right, what do we got? All right, no more new peeps. So I'm gonna pick the winner now. Let's see who wins the 4K. It is, oh cool, a new person, Roger F 1401. So I will put winner next to his name, and I will email him right after this. So that was cool. I could hide the wheel. Shearer says, "Yay, congrats, Roger. I wish Roger would have showed up to the live stream. That would have been nice." But it was cool that someone else won. Hopefully, what the hell is this? I see new icons all the time. This is, please connect your display link. After connecting accessory to this Mac via USB, a system prompt may appear. Please click allow. Don't know what that is. I don't see no prompt. Winner, winner, chicken dinner indeed. Speaking of chicken dinner, I'm hungry. I might have to heat up some pizza. I definitely have to go grocery shopping. I wasn't feeling well enough to go. Though I did have to run some errands, but definitely got to get groceries for sure. Oh man. Oh, Thursday, Thursday and Friday, depending on how busy work is, maybe I will live stream video games. If I could get in, because Thursday I have no calls, so I could go in early, finish up, do my admin work, and maybe I could start early. Shira says, now we have to choose a winner for Lethia's secret date setup. We'll be sending someone over to Seas to dine with the Dracula wannabe. We could send him Laszlo Cravensworth. Or Guillermo. Guillermo de la Cruz. Boom. Oh, man. Kira says, that sounds like a porn name. Laszlo Cravensworth from What We Do in the Shadows. God, that's another TV series I wish I could watch for the first time. I got into it. That's another thing, actually, that I got from The Kind Assassin that I kind of made my whole personality. I think I caught it in season 4. So I watched 1, 2, and 3 at the same time. Then 4, I think I reacted to 4, 5, and 6, or 4 and 5 or something. He was in the series. That's Matt Berry, Laszlo. I'm telling you, if you have not watched it, and this you might really hate me for this, so beware. I watched What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, first, like most people probably did, with my brother. So whenever it was, I don't know, 2017, we both watched the movie. I thought it was freaking hilarious. Like, I would tell people about it, blah, blah, blah. When I met The Kind Assassin, I would always tell her about it. Oh, you want to watch it? And then she mentioned, oh, is it like the show? She watched the show first. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I haven't watched it. So I think that's when I watched the first 3 seasons of the show. And then we decided to watch the movie. And I watched the movie for the second time. I could not get through the first 20 minutes. I turned it off. Like, it's so crazy that I loved that movie the first time I watched it, and I did not laugh once the second time I watched it. I was just like, I kept looking at her like, oh, this movie's not as good as I thought it was. Because to me, the show is a lot funnier. Yes, What We Do in the Shadows is on Hulu. Boom says, let's send them Antonio Banderas. That's a good idea. Kira says, dark and brooding to add to Lethia's dark and brooding. That's a lot of dark and brooding. Sure, I agree. Sure, haha, wait, the acronym DNB. So now you're like, oh, we're going to send Lethia's dick and balls. Come on, guys. Too funny, too funny. So yeah, I hope you all don't hate me that I'm not digging the movie anymore. Which is funny because I like Taika Waititi and what's the other guy's name? Uh, I can't believe it's on the tip of my tongue. You know what I'm talking about. Boom says maybe reverse it if that's what he's into. B and D. Shira says it's okay. You never have to explain yourself to us. It's weird to me. Usually when I like a movie and I watch, like I'm like, oh yeah, this is so good. Like it was just so odd that the second time I just couldn't. Weird. Very weird. But yeah, maybe if I live stream earlier playing video games on Thursday and Friday, I'll be able to get Lathias on. Love having him around. Good kid, good kid. I just found out one of my Twitter mutuals who does live streams every week. It is always two people. Oh, it's Chris. Chris Evans. He was here a couple of days, and then one day we did trivia, and he won. Chris. He does live streams, and they never used to do guests, but I think they're gonna start doing guests. So hopefully, I could get onto his show. That would be dope. And then I have another person that I talked to who also does something called Gathering of the Geeks, and like he always has guests, and he invited me on like a year ago, and I was just so nervous that I've been like afraid to say yes, but I gotta say yes. Kira said every time you say Chris Evans. Oh, Kira, I'll have to get like a poster and mail it to you, or maybe I could do this. Let's see if what I could do here. For, let's see what I could do for Kira here. Let's see what I could do for Kira. Here you go. There you go. Add. Let's find another one for Kira. Dun, dun, dun. This is a young Chris Evans, I think. Oh, not too many pictures of him. So, that's what we do. Oh, he got married, didn't he? When was this? March of last year. Oh, shoot, I thought it was this year. Alba Baptista and Chris Evans. That should be Kira. So, there we go. Shira says, I'd say it's impossible since he's married, but it's Hollywood married, so, you know. Yeah, next time he's in a movie and there's a premiere, we'll sneak Kira in. Shame people give him a hard time about that. Well, I gotta look up. I don't even know what the age. I didn't even know he was married. Chris Evans, actor. A lot of times when you just Google someone, it'll be like married to, and then you could click on their name. They have siblings, height. Anyway, Chris Evans is 44. Oh, he's born June of 81. I'm a year and a half older than him. Okay, so Chris Evans' wife is 28. So, what is that? 16 years? I think 28, 38. Yeah, 16 years. But, like, he didn't meet her when he was 20. And she was 4, right? So, I mean, she's Alba Baptista. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, let me just put her name so I get Alba Baptiste, Portuguese actress. She is in. I'm wondering if these are all foreign language, but I'm not a friggin' cinephile, so I don't know. She's in a show, it looks like, called Warrior Nun. She was in Borderline. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Amelia's Children, Laviano. She was in Voltron? Nothing Ever Happened. Jordan's Prohibidos. That's obviously not. That is Spanish language. So, yeah. Boom says, she's a star. Go get home, Kira. Curious that I keep confusing her with the girl from Wednesday. Oh, with Jenna Ortega? She, yeah, she looks different than Jenna Ortega. Oh, man. So I know Wednesday, oh, it's 7:55. Season 2 already came out. We watched Wednesday season 1 and we enjoyed it. And again, as like the old man watching it, it was a new take on the Adams family. Like, not a lot of. You're following Wednesday and she's in school, so she's not going to be killing people in school. But they do a lot of um, like the death jokes, puns, or whatever. Like, she'll make some, but there's just too many of them. Like, even watching the trailer for season 2, it's just, to me, it's just too much of like the same jokes over and over, like the same Wednesday jokes. And I just wish they didn't put a lot of them in the trailer. So maybe I'll eventually watch it, but so I think she's a good actress. The way I describe her, and I don't typically don't compare actors who play characters, especially so far away, like Christina Ricci as Wednesday. That was like 30 years ago, 35 years ago. So I wouldn't compare the two. The only thing I could say is that for me, Christina Ricci, it didn't feel like she was acting. I honestly believe that she was Wednesday at that point, like at that age when she was doing it. It was just like she's Wednesday. Jenna Ortega is a good actress playing Wednesday. Like I can, and it's stupid to say, like you could tell she's acting. So that's what I got. Shira says, yeah, the new Wednesday show reminds me of a Bratz to clickety. Oh, too clickety and cutesy. Kira says, definitely no edge to her. It's basically like, and I know they're not going to show it, but it's always kind of telling what she's done. Like, she, to make a joke, she would say, like, oh, I once drowned 13, blah, 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 blah. Like, she would say something terrible she did, but it would be a joke. So it's not even like frightening. It's just people. I don't get the sense that people are scared of her. They're probably like, what the hell are you talking about? Because obviously, um, you'd have cops at your Adams Family mansion unless you're really good at covering stuff up. But it's enjoyable. But again, that show is not made or geared towards 45-year-old men, probably. Boom says his parents were so mad when we left the theater because they just assumed it was a typical Disney movie. Boom says he's really enjoyed it so far. Yeah, like we enjoyed it the first season. I'm just, I feel like it's a rehash with the joke. Like the jokes are the only thing that kind of takes me out of it sometimes. But like I said, I'll probably check out season 2. Kira said, unfortunately, the fellow who was supposed to be the major antagonist was let go due to allegations. We got to go to the videotape. Wednesday, Netflix cast. Not Percy Hines White, the kid from the guy who was in the prequel Hunger Games. It wasn't him, right? Or was it Hunter Duhan? I don't know who the main protagonist was supposed to be, but if I want to like profile someone, I would say it was probably this guy. No, that's not him. He's the one in season 2 who's That's right. He's gay in season 2. Lady Gaga was there, and that was like the one day he wasn't there. He didn't get to meet her, he said. Um, that's the one? Percy Hines White did something bad? Oh, shit. So this is 11 hours ago. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm not up on celebrity gossip. It says Netflix eliminates Jenna Ortega's controversial Wednesday co-star. Here's how. Blah, blah. It says was noticeably missing from season 2 after. Oh, it says after he faced false sexual assault allegations earlier this year. It says before season 2 premiered, it was confirmed he would not be returning. He was joined in this status change by a couple of other people. He later posted a heartfelt message on Instagram wishing his former castmates good luck. The show addressed his absence. Blah, blah, blah. What am I doing? Wednesday. Oh, that's about the show. Then the fallout. The decision to write him out came in the wake of allegations against the actor that emerged in January 2023. An anonymous social media post accused him of assault at a party in Toronto and alleged he had deliberately intoxicated the woman to sleep with him. The accusations were never substantiated, and the post was later deleted. Despite the lack of evidence, Netflix reportedly decided to remove him from the show. White denied the accusations publicly, calling it misinformation. And that's where it ends. So that's what we got. Where am I? Boom says this season is supposed to have more of the family involved, that would be cool. Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's one thing I do love is how they, and I don't like to. I'm not making fun of people. Okay, Catherine Zeta-Jones, everyone agrees is a beautiful woman. And again, I forget the guy's name. He is Gomez from the drawings, like the original. Like he's handsome, but he's not Raul Julia. You know, they didn't make him as gorgeous as Morticia, if you know what I mean. Kira says, except their version of Morticia is very wishy-washy. Even Pugsley isn't done properly. Pugsley grew up, man. He's so tall in this one in the trailer. Boom says, for me, I kind of like the way each cast have played the characters just differently enough not to be copies. To be fair, for Wednesday, we haven't seen the family enough. And it's always hard because, Boom, like you, I grew up with the Christina Ricci version, and that's like my favorite. Though I have watched the TV show, which I also love. And, you know, Boomhauer says, yeah, that's the guy from Greendale. I don't know why I can't remember his name, but it does tie everything together. Oh, crazy. So it is 8 o'clock, and that is the time to say goodnight. But as I said, I am going to try to hop on Thursday and or Friday to play some video games. And if you're free, hop in and chat. I'll just be relaxing, probably in the living room this time, playing PlayStation and having a good time. So Fred Alverson was good as Fester. I did like that. I did. Luis Guzman. Damn it. I'll give everyone one last before we go. Or two. Yes. Shira said, be good like she is 24/7. I don't think Lathias will agree with that. I don't think so. We'll have to ask him. But again, everyone have a good night. Thank you for hopping on. Stay safe. And if you're free and you happen to see me going live playing probably Assassin's Creed Shadows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever, stop by and say hello. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace, guys.